Halton Hills will figure it out. They'll figure it out eventually. But, I mean, honestly, you almost have to wonder if and when this series is, not series, sorry, but when this will come to fruition, because they just dropped another game last night to the Ironheads. They are 0-2 on the season against Western. They dropped the game against Brampton. These are losses that are very, very unfamiliar. You know, we're not used to seeing this happen from Halton Hills throughout the course of the campaign. So the Gaels coming into tonight's game, you know that they are going to be seeking revenge, because last night's game was a tight loss. Anoa Lagoa Arena has not been a welcome place for the Green Gaels over the last couple of seasons. Matter of fact, as you go back to the restart, the COVID restart, the Green Gaels have dropped 6 straight games at Anoa Lagoa. That's regular season and playoffs. And the Gaels have dropped 3 in a row here at the sports complex, if you include regular season and, of course, last year's playoffs. Ian Garrison will be the head official for tonight's game. The Gaels wearing green with white, and they will be playing from right to left. The Hunters are in their burgundies today, so they're trying to get another weekend sweep of interdivision opponents before Nepean comes here on Thursday night. Paul Grafe will be with you, and online he will not be streaming because I will be in Quebec City for the FNEC game. So Thursday and Saturday, Nepean's here on Thursday, and then Halton Hills is here Saturday. I will not be here, so this will be our last broadcast online for a week. However, K1037 will have you coverage with broadcasts on both days. Ian Garrison, Francis Cloutier are 2 officials for today's game. The Hunters in burgundy playing from left to right, and the Green Gaels in green with white trim playing from our right to left. Craig Johansson gets the call and goal for the Gaels. Seeing 2 goaltenders as last season. Well, actually, the Hunters are going to go with Kate Shognosh today. So Shognosh gets the call after Casey Lahash started last night's game. The Hunters in burgundy playing from left to right. The Green Gaels in green playing from right to left. And Biro gets the call on the pipes for the Hunters. Sorry, on face-off dot for the Hunters. Evan Barrett at the face-off dot, and we are underway here at the Kahnawake Sports Complex. The Green Gaels are in control. Pent. And here come the Gaels, making their way over center. This is Liam Hackett, 22, sending it out to Noah Preston, back out in front. And Shognosh gets clobbered, taking it into the house. Back on the Hunters. Owen Rice, out to Rivera. Back to the top for Rice. Dehahande Albany. Saganugatsugianis. Gets open, has a look, fires, in the stick save made by Johansson. And back on the Gaels. 1 minute gone by. No score here at the Plex. The Green Gaels and the Kahnawake Hunters. Mine. Sent up top. Here's a howitzer. That's blocked. Good steal. And Dehainirukwa Norton is away. He's got himself up on the rush, and now in a semi-transition looking to send it out. Instead, he'll just drop it back and go to the bench for a change. Cayman Daibo back in the lineup after missing yesterday's game. Owen Rice. Of course, Cayman did not play in the playoffs for the Hunters last year. He played in BC Ornamental Cup. Not too shabby, you have to say. Bouncer, shoulder save, made Johansson. Rebound there. Jones shoots. Save Johansson. follow-up try, and the Gaels win that possession, and Evan Barrett is away for the Green Gaels. Played up the middle, and the Green Gaels got too many. Hunters ball. Winter Rivera swings it out. Jensen White gets a screen from Rivera. One hands it over. Rivera got the step and he scores! Winter Rivera tucks it in and the Hunters strike first. It's 1-0 Kahnawake. Well, Jensen White makes the play here with the pass. Rivera sets the pick and then a one-handed pass by Jensen. Rivera catches it and going downhill, he spins in and is able to get this one just by the right pad of Johansson. And the Hunters are on the board first. It's 1-0 here, Kahnawake. Here's Darius Jones. Yanis back out. Cayman Daibo around the screen. Back to Owen Rice, who can't handle the pass. Stolen by the Green Gaels. Zach Tucker comes back. And he'll slow it up. Played up top for Reese Nugent, who had 7 points last night in the game in Akwesasne. Out in front, here's a look, shot scored! And the Gaels come right back and tie this baby up at 1. And a little pick and roll action of the Green Gaels' own. And this is now a tie ball game. It's 1-1. Well, Nolan Preston gets free. And he buries it too. Tie this baby up at 1. And the Gaels win another faceoff, so they are 3 for 3 on the faceoff dot. Out of town scoreboard, we've got an interesting one developing at Anoa Lagoa Arena. The Barrie Bombers leading the Akwesasne Thunder 8-7 right now. You mentioned the Thunder, the Barrie Bombers have not won a game all year, and they are winning right now 8-7 at Anoa Lagoa Arena. There's 4 minutes left in the second period over there. Yanis Rice turns on the Jets. Oh, and a moving pick away from the play. And I mean, this was way away from the play. Not a good look for the Hunters there, as Sago Rice actually had turned the corner. Turnover instead for the Hunters. Green Gaels ball with 16:30 left to go in the first. But we saw the Bombers last night here, and they are extremely aggressive defensively. They force turnovers. They might give up some opportunities because of that aggression, but they do force turnovers. Comes out in front, shot, crease violation, Hunters ball. Too many men on the floor, Green Gaels ball. Well, one turnover deserves another, and the Green Gaels get possession. And another penalty, this time is a penalty coming up to the Hunters. Not too many men. I'm not quite sure what it was. I didn't see it personally. There's a shot, and there's no penalty now because there's a goal scored by Ryan Proctor. And the Green Gaels have the lead for the first time in this ball game. And it is 2-1 Gaels. Penalty will be wiped out by the goal. I guess we're not actually out what the penalty was for. Green Gaels have the lead 2-1. And they have won each of the 4 faceoffs up to this point. And the Gaels back on it. Barrett driving to the goal, shoot, save made. Sorry, that was Tucker, number 9. Cayman Daibo. Out to Darius Jones. Jones on an island, driving by his man. But now forced back to the outside. Good help defense. Good defense straight up by Evan Barrett. Comes out in front, shot crossbar. And the Hunters will retain possession. Bounced over to Cayman Daibo. Daibo swings it out. There's Jones, and he lost it. Jones trying to scoop it up. Saganuk to Giannis. And we're going to get a roughing call on the Gaels, it looks like, and the Hunters will go to work on the first power play of the game. Second penalty, first power play coming up here for the Hunters. By Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So it's a roughing call on Zach Tucker. And the Hunters will go to work on the game's opening. Here's Cayman Daibo. Owen Rice, Dylan Martin, Dehahande Albany, and Saganuk Giannis Rice on this PP unit. Cayman got free score! Cayman Daibo with a bouncer. And the Hunters have tied the score. Nice textbook work on the power play by Kahnawake. They set up, and Cayman Daibo, who was not in the lineup for any of the Hunters' 5 regular season and playoff games with the Green Gaels last year, even to score here at 2. And the Gaels win another draw. Green Gaels 5-0 on the face-off dot. And with Cayman back in the lineup tonight, I'm assuming that means Leighton Bawberry out of the lineup for the Hunters, and he makes a big impact when he's taking draws. Proctor drives the lane, and that pass fails to connect. It goes back in. And Johansson with 5 on the shot clock will pick it up. Air mills this baby back down. Creighton Cree lets the shot clock run out, and will gain possession. The Hunters come back. Cayman Daibo. Owen Rice, Stutters, near side Marcus Daibo. Around the screen, out in front, and that pass failing to connect with Owen. And it's played back towards the Green Gaels bench, settled in. And here is Nolan Preston around the screen. Preston swings it out to the near side. Comes back up top. Proctor, we got a slashy call coming up against the Hunters. Bounce shot not on. It's a high stick, sorry. High sticky call. Coming up to Kahnawake. And I believe it'll go on Tylen Daibo. Yeah, 2 minutes for a high stick. Green Gaels going to work on their first power play of the game. The Hunters took a penalty earlier, but the Green Gaels scored on the delayed call. This penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So the Gaels settling things in here on the power play. Comes back up to the top. Proctor. Nugent setting in at the top. He's got it now. A bounce shot not on. And the Hunters will gain possession. Norton to Rivera. Rivera challenging Ranta. Got by him. And he's in the corner. Rivera. As Cayman Daibo setting in to try to set the screen. Rivera with 10 to shoot. Spins around. Shoots at a shoulder save. Johansson. Albany picks it up. Fresh 30 Hunters. Dehahande Albany in possession. He's on his wrong side. Shot clock down to 15. Dehahande swings it out to Cayman Daibo. Back on his strong side. 1 minute left to go in the penalty. Pass out in front. And we've got a turnover on the Hunters. Green Gaels ball. 50 seconds left to go in the power play for the Gaels. And back comes Clarington. Comes to the near side. Shot clock down to 12. A quick stick save made. Comes back to the middle. Kent on the near side. His pass is intercepted. Laid up the floor. And a perfect pass. Riced out. He scores! What a pass by Cy Deer. A gorgeous feed. This is a 120-foot pass right on the money to Bryce Stout, and he's left alone with Johansson, and he tucks it in far side. And the Hunters retake the lead. It's 3-2. And the Gaels win another draw. 5 seconds left to go in the penalty. And Tylen's out of the box. Carson Kent. Owen Taylor. Kent out in front. Taylor shoots. Save made. Shognosh. Side here. Owen Rice. And here's Dylan Martin. Back out for Rice. Saganugwatugianis. Swings it out to Cayman Divo. Cayman coming in. Cayman trying to get the shot away. Picks it back up. Shoots. Scores! He fumbled it. Picked it back up. Turned around and fired it in. And he is limping. He lost his shoe on the play. Cayman Divo's got his second 4-2 Hunters lead, and hopefully he'll be all right to continue the rest of this game. That goal comes with 10:44 remaining in the first. Kahnawake has the game's first 2-goal lead. And the Hunters win the draw. Good job, Zero, pulling out that win. Winter Rivera. Near side, Darius Jones driving, shooting, and he hits the post on the far side. Comes back out, and Jensen White's on it for the Hunters. Marcus Divo on the near side, out to Darius Jones alongside the wall, threw it out in front. Rivera can't receive the pass as he fumbled it. Now got it back up the hop, and the shot clock's at 10. Kicks it back out, nearly stolen. Owen Rice picks it up with 7 to shoot. Rice turns, fires, scores! Owen Rice made something out of nothing. And the Hunters have the largest lead in the game. It's 5-2 here at the midway point of the first period. Chief Moon and Zach Tucker really going at it at the restraining line. Bureau won it. Creighton Cree on it behind his own net. Spinning away from Carson Kent. Played up to Dehahande at center. Now Dehahande to Darius Jones. Hunters settling in on the offense. They've got 5 goals to the Green Gaels 2 with 9:38 to go in the first. Rivera turns and shoots, not on. Rebound stays in play, picked up by Darius Jones. Shot clock at 3. Rivera shoots, and that's stopped by Johansson as he makes the stick save. It's got to feel good for him after giving up goals on consecutive shots. And Johansson, I thought, played very, very good he played very well in the playoffs last year, particularly in the 2 games here. Although the Hunters won both those games, and a turnover by the Green Gaels. Tylen Divo is back, and he will get it off to Cayman Divo and go to the bench for a change. Marcus Divo. Darius Jones to Cayman. Cayman, his pass fails to connect. Jones, back out, Owen Rice, shot clock's at 7. There's a bouncer, save made. And a fresh 30 for the Hunters. Marcus Divo. Behind the net. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought Francis Coutier signaled for a reset. Good call by Ian Garrison, who is one of the best in the business in terms of being a referee. Here's a look and a shot. Save Shognosh. Picked back up by Stout. Up to Rivera. And to Rivera now away. Along the far side wall. As the Hunters attacking left to right, so the righties are on the far side, the lefties are on the near side here. That'll be a moving pick on Yanni's right. Green Gaels ball, 7:50 left here in the first, 5-2 lead for the Hunters. Here is Nolan Preston. Give and go. Preston dodges in, and he can't hit the net. Got a whistle. And Preston went through the crease. Hunters ball. Up to center. There's Jones. Coming back. Whipped out to Dehahande Albany. Sorry, I can't answer the door. People, if you're coming to the arena and you keep knocking on the door, I'm sorry, folks. I cannot answer the door. I'm kind of busy as the shot comes in. See me by Owen Rice. But I can see why they're knocking desperately, because it is really coming down. And there's a takeaway by Owen Rice, knocked down in front, and he makes the play from his backside there. Pick back up to Suggle Rice. Penalty coming up. It's against the Gaels. Shot clock's at 20. What a play by Owen Rice. Extra attacker out there. Creighton Cree goes to the bench. Shot clock's at 12. And too many men on the floor against the Green Gaels. And I believe the play was blown down because of an illegal cross-check that happened away from the play, which obviously would have resulted in a possession or a turnover for the Hunters if it wasn't a delayed call. Time for a power play with 6:47 to go in the first. This power play is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Cayman Daibo comes back. Dehahande Albany. Cayman, Rivera, near side, Albany, out in front, Rivera, spins, out, Albany, shoots, pad save made, and a rebound, the Green Gaels are on it, and back they come. Penalty coming up. Late call for too many men on the floor against the Hunters. One-handed out in front, shot clock's at 15, and the Gaels trying to pull this out. Here's a save and tight made by Shognosh. Too many men on the floor against the Hunters with 6:07 to go in the first. And the penalty. Well, no one's serving the penalty yet. I have to see who serves it. Nobody in the box yet for Kahnawake. Someone's got to go in. 6:07 to go in the first, and it looks like Dehahande Albany will serve it. Oh, the Gaels in possession. Ryan Proctor out in front, and there's a nice stop by Shognosh here right. Cayman Daibo catches this one. A minute left in the 4-on-4. There's Jones. Suggle to Yanni's. Rivera spins, driving, shooting, and that's stopped by Johansson. The rebound, Hunters back on it. Quick stick play. Oh, Johansson! Shoulder save as he robs Suggle to Yanni's right to keep this a 5-2 game. Sliding post to post to make the stop. Back on the Gaels on the near side. Kent's pass is deflected by Chief Moon. Green Gaels are back on it though. Here's a howitzer, save made, and a rebound. Shognosh clamps it. 17 seconds left in the 4-on-4. There's Jones. Dumps it off. Marcus Divo, 5 seconds to go. In the 4-on-4, 12 on the shot clock, and they throw this one away. And the Green Gaels are on it. Picked up by the Gaels. And holding man up the floor. Settled in by Kent. That's Nolan Preston, number 5. Nugent swings it out, back up top. Abbreviated power play here for the Gaels, and that's shouldered away. Good stop by Shotnosh. And it comes back out to the Green Gaels territory. This penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So the Green Gaels get the reset, 4 seconds to go on the shot. Shot clock's not resetting. There we go. There's a drive, and that's the stop by Shotnosh. Penalty over, up the floor. Now on to Albany. We'll go behind the net. Fakes the pass, and it's played over to Darius Jones on the near side. Comes back up top for Rivera. And Deha Albany's going to get called for interference here. Green Gaels ball. 3:48 left to go in the first. Played up to center where Proctor hauls this one in. Proctor swings it near side, and this is Kent. Kent being shadowed by Chief Move. Now it comes back out. Nugent gave it off. Comes back to the near side. Proctor driving. Proctor around a screen, tied up by Cree. Got it back. Comes back up top, and a bounce shot not on. That hits the ceiling, and then hits Ian Garrison. Hunter's ball. Trading Cree. Owen Rice. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first. 5-2 lead for the Hunters. Kahnawake and Burgundy, and the Green Gaels agree. Sugano Yanni shoots. Shoulder save made by Johansson. Oh, and that'll be a penalty to Craig Johansson. Interference. He tried to set like a little brush screen for his defender and made contact up high. I don't think it was intent. Certainly, I don't think it was intended to be that malicious. But it'll be a penalty on him, and it looks like Owen Taylor will serve it for the Gaels. Time for a power play for the Kahnawake Hunters. Mohawk Super Bingo power play brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Hunters in possession. Sugano Yanis Rice. David Divo, Kahnawake 1-for-1 on the PP. Here's a shot. Save made Johansson, a rebound near side, and Albany's on it. Albany spins off a check, swings it out to Sugano Yanis, back up top to Owen Rice. He surveys the scene. Owen, near side. Rice, back up top to Owen Rice. And that'll be a moving pick on Martin Green Gaels ball. Owen Rice trying to strip it, did not, and a feed a little too far in front of Evan Barrett. And Shotnosh picks it up. And the Hunters can reset. 2-on-0. Breakaway, Martin! No, he missed it. Trying to tuck it in over the short shoulder. Came to his right and then shot back to his left. But just couldn't get it over the left shoulder of Johansson. And I said Johansson, after a bit of a rough start, has settled down for the Gaels. Comes back up top. Kent and Preston. Preston spins around Norton, and now he switched on to a good switch by side here. They hang it up with Norton. There's a shot, not on. Stout picks it up. They'll wait for the Hunters to reload here on this power play. 40 seconds left on the PP. Kahnawake 5 and the Green Gaels with 2. Rivera. Owen Rice. Kamen Divo. Deha Albany. Return feed to Deha back up top, 9 to shoot. Down low, score! Tic-tac-toe, quick stick finish, Sugar Rice. 6-2, Hunters. That was so fast, even the DJ couldn't pick it up. Finally gets to the goal horn. Sugano Yanis Rice on the finish. The Hunters 2-for-2 on the power play. And they have the largest lead of the game either way. 6-2 lead for the Hunters. Here with the minute 27 left to go in this opening period. Sugano Yanis on the power play. Makes it 6-2. Green Gaels win the draw. The Barrie Bombers are up 10-7 over the Upper Zesty Thunder. 16:47 to go in the third. So we'll keep an update on that upset alert potentially over there. Back on the Hunters. Final minute of play of this first period. Darius Jones. Rivera out in front. Martin! He can't tuck it in. Green Gaels pick it up. Comes up to Jacob Yu, and this rolls off his stick, picks it back up, and Yu gets it out. And the Green Gaels looking to reload. 16-second differential between the game and the shot. Comes back up top. Creighton Cree. Shadows Nugent. Nugent against Tyler, spins off of him. One hands it out in front. Great pass, and they score! Carson Kent with the finish, and with 19.6 to go, could that be a loud way for the Gaels to end this first period? Great pass here by Nugent. This is just a beauty, placed with one hand on the stick, and not only was it placed to his attacker, Kent, but Kent had that ball and found it in a place only he could have gotten it. And I think the Gaels might call for a timeout here. If they get the ball, they don't. And they're on it now. Side here with the steal. Comes out in front, Jensen White. Not on the rebound, Chief Boone. Denied, Johansson. As the first period comes to an end, a loud way to end this first period, but the Green Gaels making more noise in the final 30 seconds. They do score, and then two big saves in tight, and I think we're going to get a penalty to end this first period. So we're going to have a penalty for the Hunters to start the second period. We're coming back with the first intermission. The Kahnawake Hunters leading the Clarington Green Gaels by a count of 6-3 at the end of 20. You're listening to Hunters Lacrosse on Kahnawake's K1037. Who stays? What? Good job, baby. Good job, baby. Thank you. Well, 20 minutes of play in the books. The Kahnawake Hunters taking care of business thus far. They're on top of the Clarington Green Gaels by a count of 6-3. However, it appears as though the Gaels will start the second period with a power play after Craig Johansson made 2 brilliant saves in the dying moments of that first period. Folks, 7:44 left to go in Akwesasne. The Barrie Bombers, winless, are leading the Akwesasne Thunder 11-9 right now. We saw the Thunder come back and beat previously winless Newmarket earlier in the campaign in overtime. Right now, the Thunder are up against it as the Bombers look for their first victory of the campaign. And so that will lead the intermission report. Other games going on in the Eastern Conference right now. The Mimico Mountaineers on top of the Brampton Excelsiors 3-1. So a win there for Mimico would mean that Mimico, Brampton, and Halton Hills would be in a 3-way tie for 7th, 8th, and 9th place in the Eastern Conference. Also in a 3-way tie for that division lead. We mentioned the Hunters here on top 6-3 over the Clarington Green Gaels. Six Nations visiting Orangeville. That's a battle for second place overall in the Western Conference. And right now the Northmen leading the Rebels 4-3. That's at Alder Street Recreation Center in Orangeville. Last night's finals, Brampton beating Newmarket 10-8. The Hunters over Barrie 14-6. Akwesasne beating the Green Gaels last night 12-10. And the West Durham Ironheads 2-0 against Halton Hills this year as they beat the Bulldogs 10-9 last night. So the Hunters, with the victory tonight, would be tied with Aurelia for second place in the Eastern Conference. But since they have the head-to-head, they would actually be ahead of the Kings into the number 2 position in the East. And they, of course, have a big week coming up here. Thursday at home against Nepean, and then Saturday at home against Halton Hills. We'll carry both those games out on K1037. I will not be here because I'm going to Quebec City for the 2025 FNEC games. I help run things over at Kahnawake Survival School, so I won't be here for that, but I'm sure many of you will be. And for those of you that can't make it, don't forget on K1037 we will still have that broadcast for you starting at 6:55 p.m. when Halton Hills rolls into town. The Gaels have come back to the floor. The Hunters are not here yet, but they are awaiting their re-emergence back to the floors for the second period of play. We've got 50 seconds left until the second period begins. Zane Chiefmoon picked up a 2-minute roughing call to end that opening period, so the Hunters will have to kill off a penalty to start period number 2. Gaels trailing by a count of 6-3. A former Kahnawake Hunters goaltender is actually right in our space. Going to touch the horn. David, of course, who played for the Hunters from the 2013 to 2015 campaign. And the goaltenders for this game, Johansson staying in goal, and Kate Shognosh once again minding the pipes for the Kahnawake Hunters. So the Gaels will have a power play to start this second period of play. And this Hunters penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So the Gaels attacking left to right, wearing green with white trim. As we mentioned, they're playing left to right. The Hunters in burgundy with white and black trim playing right to left. Once again, a refresher, our officials, Ian Garrison, Francis Coutier. Taking the draw for Kahnawake. We are underway. And the Gaels gain control. Of course, they're on a power play. And back come the Gaels. Carson Kent. Ryan Proctor out in front. Comes to the middle of the net and a good save by Shognosh. And a 2-on-1 Hunters. Stout with Jensen White. White has a chance and he missed it over the top of the goal. And the Gaels got too many. Hunters ball. Sideer rolls it out. Winter Rivera. Cayman Daibo. Ehahande. Darius Jones. Cayman Daibo. Winter Rivera out there. Rivera lost his glove. Picks it back up. Cayman Daibo gets a shot away. That's blocked. It goes to the opposite corner. Jones picks it up with 5 seconds to shoot. Jones comes out. Jones lets it go. Save made by Johansson, and the Gaels pick up the rebound. Comes back out to Nugent. Green Gaels looking to set up here. 45 to go on the power for Clarington. Behind the net. Nugent surveys. Feeds it out in front. And that shot's not on. A rebound picked back up by the Gaels. Comes up top. Shot clock at 1, and that will be a shot clock violation against Clarington. Hunter's ball. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. Saganoguatsugianis over the restraining line. Splitting the double. Now he goes back behind the goal. Rice. Shot clock down to 7, and this penalty to Chief Moon is over. Long shot, and that'll be caught and held by Johansson. Owen Rice in pursuit. And it's played back over to the near side. Up top, this is Carson Kent. Gives it off, and he'll set a screen. Comes back to Nugent on the near side. Nugent has a look. And that shot misses the far side. The rebound stays in play, picked back up by Clarington 5 seconds to go. And they will launch this one in. It lands on, and Shognosh makes the save. Back come the Hunters, Darius Jones. Ehahande Albany. Back out to Winter Rivera. Has a bit of space to operate. Rivera comes in, he scores! If you're the Green Gaels, that is the wrong guy to have to give him that much opportunity and space to operate. Winter Rivera with a ton of room, takes it to the house, tucks it in short side, and the Hunters restore the 4-goal lead. It is 7-3 advantage home team. Goal comes with 17:04 left in this second period. And Biro puts it back to center, and it's controlled by Sedagayantu Van Domelo. And the Hunters prevail off the face-off. Shot clock at 22 as Owen Rice sets here in the Green Gael zone. Near side, and played up in the middle for Marcus Daibo. Daibo turns the corner, coming in, shoots from his derriere, and that stopped. The rebound, Hunters back on it, fresh 30, Kahnawake. Martin behind the net. Ehahande. And that pass fails to connect. Comes all the way back to Shognosh. Owen Rice back on it. And we've got a moving screen called against Martin. Green Gaels ball. Back on the Gaels, 6 left to go. Clarington, Green Gaels 3. Kent looks in front. Here's a look, and that one's off the iron. A rebound, Clarington back on it. Proctor swings it out. Nugent has time. Gets around, gets a shot away, but he missed the short side. A rebound side here without a stick. Proctor back out in front. And there's Shogdosh coming up with a good save. And a rebound, Dehainurukwa Norton is away. They'll dump it off and go to the bench for a change. Tehahande Albany. Tehahande Albany. Dancing with Cairns, plays it out to Jones. Darius Jones back up top for Owen Rice. Cayman Daibo. Rivera shoots, save Johansson, and he's got it. Back on the Gaels. Drew Cairns. And this is Carson Kent. Saganu Guatulu Rice. With a bit of time. Swings it out. Cayman Daibo. Out in front. Rivera! Big save. Johansson got it. A rebound. Saganu Guatulu overran it. Rivera picks up the loose change. Rivera behind the net, back up top. Cayman Daibo. Shot fakes. Marcus Daibo. Out in front, pass fails to connect with Sago. There's a chance! Johansson shuts it down from point blank range. John McKinney by himself, and he'll go back towards the Gaels bench waiting for help. Now Nugent. Challenging free, and Van Dommelen, oh, wow. Slams up against the wall, and that hurt him. Oh, that's not good news at all for the Gaels. Picked back up by the Hunters. Van Dommelen by himself. It wasn't actually early. The Hunters fans, the Hunters bench, a little angry at that. But the problem was, or the thing was, the Gaels only had 4 guys out there, and we got an injured Clarington Greengale on the bench, and we'll update you as soon as we can on that. Owen Rice has room. Score! Owen Rice makes it 8-3 as he puts this one upstairs. Kahnawake now has their largest lead of the game. And that was Reese Nugent who went into the boards awkwardly. It looks like he's all right. He just got his arm checked out. Good news here for the Green Gaels as Nugent appears that it'll be okay. Van Dommelen off the draw, Hunters controlling. That was the one thing that was going the Gaels' way all throughout the first period, but now Barrow has adjusted. Pass fails to connect with Jensen White. Shot clock down to 10. White out in front. Came in! Crease violation. Green Gaels ball. And here come the Gaels. Jacob Yu. Carson Kent. There's a pick set. Comes back up top, and a 40-footer not on. Rebound picked back up by the Gaels. Shot clock down to 7, comes out in front. Good defense, and they force the turnover. Good reach by Warren Oakes. And he forces the turnover. Back comes Kahnawake. 17 to shoot. Behind the net. Owen Rice. And that pass fails to connect with Cayman Daibo. Shot clock at 7. Dehahande's pass settled in by Rice. He's going to have to fire one up here. Owen turns the corner, has room, fires. What happened? Green Gaels ball. I think it was a moving pick. Side here with pressure. And the Gaels busting through. Barrett swings it out. at the lip of the net. It's deflected away. Good stick by Van Domelen. Barrett picks it up. Or sorry, this is Carson Kent. Or Nolan Preston, rather, number 5. Preston, a backhander and a save made. Hunters pick it up. Marcus Divo. Winter Rivera. Behind the net. Cayman Divo. Out in front. Marcus Divo denied in tight. Good stop by Johansson. A rebound knocked away to the corner. Martin goes crashing in and he fell awkwardly. Cayman Divo incensed. Awkward collision and Dylan Martin is down in the corner. Gets back up, and this will be a penalty against the Green Gaels. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness is a proud sponsor of Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories. Results are 2 minutes up on the board for the Gaels for boarding, and it's time for a power play. This power play is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. And it'll be Hunter's ball, 10:35 remaining. Kahnawake 8, Green Gaels 3. Owen Rice, Cayman Divo, Dylan Martin, who's going to stay on the floor, are out there. Rice back up to Cayman. Tehahande. And it's dropped. Picked back up by Owen Rice. Rice tied up. And he's yard sailed. And the Gaels come back. Nugent back out there. Good to see him. He was shaken up earlier in this period. Was holding his forearm. Looks like he's good to go. 10 minutes left to go in the second period. Nugent threw it out in front. Backhander, pad save. In tight. And a rebound, the Hunters on it. Creighton Cree dumps it off. Owen Rice. Shot clock's at 15. Sagano Guatuluyanis. Owen Rice. Swings it out. Rice. Rivera, quick stick save. Martin the rebound. He's denied in tight. Johansson with the save. Quick stick. Johansson, another save. And the Gaels scoop it up. Owen Rice, the only man back on defense. He lost his stick. Score. It's a shorthanded goal by Evan Barrett. Owen Rice lost his stick. And the Gaels cut the lead to 4. It's 8-4. What a job by Evan Barrett. As soon as he saw that Rice was stickless, he went. Rice did everything he could to try and stop him. But Barrett was not going to be denied. 8-4. So that comes with 38 seconds left to go in the power play. Stout. Hunters do gain possession off the draw here. Cayman Divo. Winter Rivera up top. Rivera. Pad save Johansson, and he's got the rebound. And back come the Gaels. 10 seconds left to go. Nugent spins around, and he hits the crossbar. And that'll do it for the penalty. Back to full strength 5 aside. Nugent against Norton. Nugent back out to Carson Kent. Here's Nugent open, look, scores! Reese Nugent goal and scored back-to-back and have cut the lead to 8-5 with 8:21 remaining in the second period. And the Gaels make the game. And that'll be a push on the back. Hunters get the ball. And we've got a final score. The Barrie Bombers win in Akwesasne. It's Barrie's first win of the year. And they get the upset at Anoa Lagoa Arena over the Thunder, 14-11. Just goes to show you, any day is the OLA. All teams here are good. 10 seconds to shoot. Jensen White out in front. There's a shot, not on. And that'll be a moving pick called against the Green Gaels. Hunter's ball. Kahnawake Albany to Owen Rice. Rice to Rivera. Rivera got the step and he's shouldered away by Johansson. Rivera doubled, he spins out of it. Went to Rivera behind the net, back up top to Kahnawake Albany. There is Jones. Jones turning, scoring! There is Jones. And the Hunters restore the 4-goal lead. It's 9-5. There is Jones getting open and coming in downhill, shoots one past Johansson, and that gives the Hunters a 9-5 lead. Hunters flick the draw into Gaels territory, but the Green Gaels control. Barrington in control. Comes to the near side. Here's a look and a save made. And that'll be a interference call on Stout. Green Gaels ball. Comes to the near side, and that's broken up and intercepted. Behind it, Aqua Norton. Right to Rivera. Still in possession, back up top. There is Jones, swings it to Rice. That's Marcus Daibo, who has it chopped out of his stick. Daibo picks it back up, shot clock at 5. Swung out to Caven Daibo, backhands it, Rivera, spinning, shooting, and that hit Dylan Martin, and that'll be a shot clock violation. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the second. Kahnawake 9, and the Green Gaels 6, and the Gaels throw this one away. Up the floor, Jensen White not able to haul this one in. It lands on Johansson. Oh, he makes the save! Johansson lost the ball. He had no idea where it went. This wasn't going to count because Jensen White stepped in the crease. But Johansson, with his holding his stick up in the air, made the save. That could have been disastrous for the Gaels. Nugent. And that pass is deflected. 5:40 left to go in the second. Shot clock at 10. Nugent swings it out. Shot clock down to 4. And Shognosh deflects that pass, and the Hunters come up with it. Here's Owen Rice. Saganuk Watsuru Yanis. Cayman Daibo entering the fray as well. 3 lefties and 2 righties out there for the Hunters. And another offensive turnover for the Hunters. That was a problem for Kahnawake last night too, because they turned the ball over a lot. Now back come the Gaels. Here's a look. Save made. Larrington picks it back up. 4:50 remaining. Comes back to the middle. Here's a shot deflected. And that one will pick be picked up by the Hunters. Up the floor, pass way too far for Barrow. Who's back, and he's pushed out of the play. I think there's a little bit of miscommunication there between Van Domelen and Barrow. Gaels pick it up, 4:30 left to go. Comes to the near side. Norton goes down, there's a shot and a goal. And that makes it 9-6, so the Gaels cut the lead to 3 again. Here with 4:16 to go. And that's Rice Hunnick getting the goal for the Green Gaels to make it 9-6. Owen Rice one-hands it over. Here goes Rice. Back behind the net, Rivera. Out in front, pass does not hit Owen Rice. Marcus Dyba behind the net. Shot clock at 5, Owen Rice spins off, comes out, has to let it go, he does, and Johansson makes a save, a rebound. Gaels ball. Nine-6, Kahnawake, 3:35 remaining in the second period. Todd at center. Hunnick, near side. McKinney. And Nugent forced out, good slide by side here. Comes back out to Proctor. He gets it over to Hunnick. Around a screen. Kent gets it out. Down low. Oh! Wow! What a save! Thank goodness the PKs aren't far from here. I'd like to report a robbery. Wow. Remarkable stop by Shognosh. Rivera. Came at Daibo. Back out. Saganogwatsugiani. Spinorama. And he has it stripped. Picks it back up. Shot clock down to 4. Rivera has to let it go, and that takes a stick out. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Hunters. Gaels ball. 2:46 to go here in the second. Now back on the Gaels, comes out in front, goes through the crease, picked back up. Kent gets it over, down low, Nugent shoots, save, and he's got the rebound on Shognosh. Shognosh up to center, Creighton Cree catches this, and he'll drop it out and go to the bench for a change. Darius Jones. Near side, Owen Rice. Rice gets the pick from Martin. Out in front, Dylan Martin turned away. A rebound, Marcus Dybo couldn't get it. Follow-up chance, Johansson with the left shoulder makes the save as he stones Jones. A rebound comes out in front, and that'll be a crease violation on Dylan Martin. Minute 45 remaining here in the second. Proctor. Nugent. Spinning. One hands it. Proctor out in front. Here's a look, and Hunnick misses the short side. A rebound comes back out. Shot clock down to 6. Deflected, corralled, and Nugent in tight. Awkward angle. Hunters have the ball as Shognosh makes the save. 75 seconds left to go in the second period. Hyundai Albany. Darius Jones on the left side. Gets it out to Suggo Rice. It bounces to Owen Rice. Hunters with 2 righties and 3 lefties out there. Rivera out in front. Jones, a shot, not on. Rivera, shot clock reset, should not have. And the Gaels get it here. Look out up the floor. Pass a little too far. Shognosh is on it. 11-second differential between the game and shot clock. We're down to the final 30 seconds of period 2. Rice. Out to Jones on the outside. To Rice here in the middle. Owen. Shot clock down to 5. Penalty coming up for the Gaels. To hold. Oh, it's a penalty for a hold on the offensive side of the floor by the Hunters. Green Gaels ball, and a timeout has been called by Clarington. This timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. So the Gaels, with 15.5 left in the second, will have the chance to end the period strong like they did in the first when they scored with 18 seconds left. So the shot clock is off. There's 15.5 seconds remaining in period 2, and Clarington will have a power play. I'm assuming that the Gaels will keep the goalie in and have a 5-on-4. It looks like Johansson's going to stay. So the Gaels will have a 6-on-4. One man, I'm assuming, is going to be all the way here at the middle, right at center. All right, here we go. 12 seconds left. Proctor brings it in. Proctor to Nugent. Nugent behind the goal. Hunnick, and that's turned aside. Good save by Shognosh. 1 second left. And Nugent's shot is deflected. That'll miss the net, and period number 2 comes to a conclusion. The score was Hunters by 3 at the end of the first. The score after 2, the Hunters still leading by 3. It is 9-6 Kahnawake after 40 minutes of play. The second intermission and period number 3. You're listening to Hunters Lacrosse here on Kahnawake's K103.7. That is wild. 40 minutes of play in the books, and the Kahnawake Hunters are on top of the Clarington Green Gaels by a count of 9-6. We're getting ready to start period number 3. Let's have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Starting at Kahnawake Arena, the Akwesasne Thunder beating the Green Gaels last night, vaulting themselves back into a playoff spot, hosting the winless Barrie Bombers. And the Thunder raced out to an early 2-0 lead. Barrie, however, kept things interesting and took a 4-3 lead at the end of the first period. And you're wondering, okay, you know what? Maybe the Thunder just need a second period to wake up. Turns out Barrie came to play today. It was 8-7 after 2, and then the Bombers scoring another 6 goals in the third period, and the Barrie Bombers get their first win of the year. They upset the Akwesasne Thunder 14-11 at Kahnawake Arena. So the Bombers are 1-8. The Thunder with the loss dropped to 3-5, and Akwesasne, who we still have to play 4 times, are once again in a tie for 8th place with Halton Hills. Those 2 teams will play next weekend, and that could be extremely vital for playoff positioning. The West Durham Ironheads beating Halton Hills by a count of 9-8. Brampton and Mimico going at it. The Excelsiors got their 4th victory last night, and they are currently on top of Mimico 6-4. Over at Alder Street Arena in the Western Conference, Orangeville Northmen leading the Six Nations Rebels 5-4. That's a battle for second place in the Western Conference. The unbeaten Elora Hawks are in first. They are 9-0, and yes, they are renamed as the Elora Hawks. Kahnawake's George Jacobs and the Wallaceburg Red Devils will be in action tonight at the Welland Arena, taking on the Welland Raiders. Those previously mentioned Elora Hawks, unbeaten, they will visit Cambridge, taking on the Highlanders at 7 p.m. over at Gaels Arena Gardens in Cambridge. And here at the Kahnawake Sports Complex, with a minute and 20 remaining until game time, the Kahnawake Hunters are leading the Clarington Green Gaels by a count of 9-6. The Gaels will start the third period off with a power play. That has been the out-of-town scoreboard. Here in this one, the Hunters, they scored 6 in the first. They had a 6-3 lead at the end of period number 1, led by as many as 5 in the second period of play. But the Gaels have outscored the Hunters 3-1 since the Hunters opened up an 8-3 lead. And as of right now, I mean, hey, this is still anybody's game. 3-goal lead in lacrosse is absolutely nothing. But the Hunters right now do have the 9-6 lead. And Kahnawake hoping that they can hold on for the dub here. We're 28 seconds away from game time. The Hunters have 9, the Green Gaels have 6, and the third period is about to begin. The Gaels are ready. The Hunters just getting back to the floor. Johansson stays in net for the Gaels. And for the Hunters, they're going to keep it with Paige Shognosh. Francis Coutier, Ian Garrison, once again, our officials. Evan Barrett, who has the goal, taking the draws for the Gaels. And the Hunters will send Bureau. And Bureau to take the draw for Kahnawake. 9-6 lead for Kahnawake. And period number 3 is just about to begin. Hunters playing shorthand for the first minute 45 of period number 3. This third period brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138. And the face-off is won by the Gaels. And Clarington has possession to start period 3. And 90 seconds to work with on the power play. Kahnawake 9, Clarington Green Gaels 6. Gaels in possession, attacking right to left. So the righties are here on the near side of the ball, and there's 3 of them. 2 lefties. Proctor Swings it out. There's a drive and a save made and a rebound. Shognosh corrals it. Whips it out. They hand it up with Norton to Winter Rivera. Rivera decides not to attack, and he will drop it out. And the Hunters, with a minute left in this penalty, looking to work things around. Rivera, 10 seconds to shoot. Rivera shoots. Johansson the save. A rebound. No rebound given up by the Gaels netminder. 40 seconds left to go in the Clarington power play. Near side. Shot clock down to 10. It comes out. Middle, open look. Pat save made by the netminder Shognosh. Van Dommelen. Owen Rice. Final 15 seconds left on this power play for the Green Gaels. Chief Moon getting ready to come up. Cayman Divo. Penalty's over. Shot clock at 2. Shot comes in, not on. On the play. Green Gaels ball. Shot clock violation against the Hunters. 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Kahnawake 9, Clarington Green Gaels 6. Proctor out in front. Pass is nearly deflected. Lobs up in the air. And Shognosh picks it up, and his defender went down. That was Creighton Cree. He blew a tire. Looks like he's all right. He'll make his way back to the bench. Rivera comes back along with Martin. Winter Rivera. Back up top for Darius Jones. Over on the near side, Marcus Divo. Sugano Guatsalu Yanis. Shot clock at 10. Martin for Rivera. Rivera shoots, and he's turned aside by Johansson. A rebound. Gaels pick it up, and back comes Clarington. And the Gaels slowed up. 17 minutes left to go in the third. Proctor got around Bureau, and the pass fails to connect with Kahnawake, and the Hunters are on it. Chief Moon. Owen Rice. Behind Kahnawake Norton. Up top for Owen. Tehahande Albany. Out in front. Rivera. Score! Winter Rivera tucks it in past the left pad of Craig Johansson, and it is 10-6 Kahnawake. Rivera held on to this one. Had a chance to shoot it earlier, but he just outweighs Johansson before putting it in. And the Hunters go up by 4. It's 10-6. And they win the draw. Sagana Guatsalu Yanis. Around the screen, back out in front. Chance, and that's not on. Marcus Divo just missed the far side. Gaels pick it up. And Clarington looks to break out. 16 minutes left in period 3. Kahnawake 10 and the Green Gaels 6. Kahnawake sets his pick, comes out in front. Ball knocked away, and Norton comes up with the Lucy. Tehahande Norton back up to Winter Rivera. Rivera's last goal gave him the Hattie. He gets it out to Marcus Divo. Cayman. Swings it out, pass too high for Tehahande, and it goes out of play. Green Gaels ball with 15:15 left to go here in the third. Kahnawake 10, Green Gaels 6. There's a shot, save. A rebound. Shognosh keeps it in front of him. And the Hunters nearly throw it away. Back comes Kahnawake. This is Suggo Rice back out to Owen Rice to the top. Rivera, his pass hits Owen Rice in the helmet. Pinpoint precision. Shot clock at 4. Kahnawake gets it out. Rivera has to fire it up. He does, but it's not in time. Shot clock violation against the Hunters. Green Gaels ball, 14 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the third. Owen Rice knocks it away. Gaels pick it up. Taylor swings it to the near side. There's a shot. Save Shognosh. Rebound rolls on net. You know, Van Dommelen and Preston were tied up away from the plate. Marcus Daibo coming in on the near side, gets a pick from Jones, spins out, back to the middle where it is Darius Jones. Rivera, he's held, we got a penalty coming up. A one-handed or a backhander attempt, sorry, by Rivera is turned aside and the Gaels take a penalty for holding. Kahnawake going back to work on the power play with 13 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the third. It's time for a Mohawks bingo. So the Hunters have 2 power play goals. And Cayman Daibo. To Winter Rivera. To the middle where it's Cayman. Kahnawake Albany. Cayman. Down low. Quick stick. Score! Yannis Rice has his second goal of the game. And that makes it 11-6. Rice has his second, and the Hunters, this is now tied for their biggest lead of the game. Gaels win the draw, though. Carson Kent behind the net. Here's Nugent. Surveys. Nugent. Shoulder to side. Kent back on. Proctor. Nugent. Here's a look and a howitzer shoulder save made. Press 30, Clarington, Kent! And that's turned aside. Send the guy up to Van Dommelen. Gets it out. And Dylan Martin now in control. Martin. Suggo Rice. Marcus Daibo. Cayman Daibo. Out in front, pass fails to connect with Martin. Shot clock's at 5. That pass is deflected, and the Gaels scoop it up. Back comes Clarington, pass a little too far for Barrett. Chief Moon and Barrett in close quarters, and the Hunters are on it. Darius Jones is away. And Jones will go to the bench. 12 minutes remaining in period 3. Kahnawake 11 and the Green Gaels 6. Owen Rice. Marcus Daibo. 4 seconds to shoot. Rice fires it. That missed, and a shot clock violation against the Hunters. Green Gaels ball. And here come the Gaels pushing it up. Oh, what a save! Hunters ball. Crease violation. Shognosh held his own anyway. Cayman Daibo.
Marcus Divo. Near side, Darius Jones. Jones swings it out. Cayman Divo. Rivera coming downhill. Went to Rivera, and the pass was too far for Marcus. Shot clock violation on the Hunters. And Ian Garrison letting them play.
Gaels come up with the ball. 10:45 to go in the third. Nugent. Good stick, and it's knocked away by Side here. Side coming in semi-transition. Taylor held his own. He tried to use Ian Garrison as a screen. I think he might have.
Ian Garrison, of course, is the referee, head referee for this game. So they'll go to Yannis Rice. Driving, shooting, scoring! He's got the hattie.
And it is now the largest lead of the afternoon for the Hunters. Kahnawake by a score of 12-6 here with 10:14 to go in the third. Saga Rice just takes this baby to the house and is able to bounce it by Johansson. And Kahnawake has their largest lead of the afternoon. It's 12-6 with 10:14 remaining in the third. And it's won by the Hunters. Set the game to Van Domelo. Gets it out. And boy, Thursday night will be interesting. The Knights are going to be here. Should be a lot of fun. Rivera, pad save. Hunters still have unfinished business here, though. 9:40 left to go, even though they do have a 12-6 lead here against the Gaels. Tehahande Albany. That'll be a interference call. Green Gaels ball. Remember, the Gaels were down by 5 last night and actually made it a 12-10 final at Anolagoa Arena. Pass is broken up by Norton. Picked up by the Gaels. Pass fails to connect. Nugent off the hop. Fires a bouncer, save made. Rebound. Hunters are on it. They hang it up to Norton Haskell. Thielen Martin. Here's a look behind the net for Martin. For Cayman Divo. He has it stripped, 5 seconds to shoot. Cayman has to fire it up. Shot clock violation. Hunters. Clarendon ball. Gaels pick it up. Ball is nearly dropped. Picked up in tight. Oh, Shotgosh makes the save in tight. Ball just barely stayed out. He looked behind him while he was sprawled out on the floor, but he kept the ball out. Went to Rivera. Struggled to watch it to Yannis Rice. Albany. Martin gets it, and his shot, one-hands it, but he's in the crease. Green Gaels ball. 8 minutes to go here in this third period of play. The Hunters leading the Green Gaels by a count of 12-6. And this shot lands on net. Against the Hunters, it's a possession which will be earned by the Gaels. Here with 7:49 to go. Comes to the near side. Proctor surveys. He shoots, and that bouncer missed. A rebound kept in play by the Hunters. Oakes hits Jensen White up the floor. White to Owen Rice.
Cayman Divo. Sugden went to the Brownies. Back out to Cayman. Then a Hyundai Albany. Near side, shot clock's at 7. Darius Jones behind the net. Owen Rice picks it up. Shot clock's at 3. Owen, and that pass fails to connect with Cayman, and that'll be a turnover on the Hunters. Shot clock violation here with 7 minutes to go in the third. Hunters leading 12-6, so there's no real need for them to score anymore. Back up top it comes. Taylor sets the screen. There's the feed down low. Quick stick, Kahnawake makes the save. And here comes Cy Deer in a one-on-one. Gonna take it. Runs over his man and his shot missed. A rebound, Rivera, Marcus Divo. Gaels pick it up. And that is played off the wall, held in by Clarington as McKinney's on it. Near side. Pass is partially deflected, now back out in front. Kent with a shot, not on. A rebound picked up by the Gaels, 2 seconds left. Comes out a backhander. Kahnawake held it out. And back comes Kahnawake. Owen Rice. Saga to the Giannis. Out in front, pass failed to connect with Jones. Cayman Divo picks it up. Divo lobs it back to the middle, and that's a shot clock violation against the Hunters. Green Gaels ball with 5 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in the third. Proctor driving, tied up, shoots, scores. Ryan Proctor has his second as the bounce shot eludes. 12-7. Five minutes and 7 seconds remaining in period 3, and the Hunters' lead has been cut to 5. This time it was brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. So the Hunters' lead is 12-7. There's 5 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in the third. And the Hunters trying to slam the door shut here on victory number 6 of the season. And Kahnawake controls. Marcus Divo. Owen Rice. Oh, that'll be a penalty on Marcus Divo. Divo will go to the Sidman here. See what how much he gets. 2 front sport. Green Gaels going to work on a power play. This penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So the Gaels on the power play. There's 4:53 remaining here in this third period. Green Gaels working it around. Passes deflected, good stick. Jensen White on the deflection, comes back to the middle. Jensen trying to get the ball back, it's scooped up by Nugent. He shoots, save made, a rebound picked up by the Gaels, and a fresh 30 Clarington. Back up top, Proctor. 17 to shoot, Proctor. Keeping it going. Comes to the middle. There's a shot blocked in front by Van Dommel. And the rebound
Creighton Cree's on. And Creighton Cree has a breakaway. Here he comes, Cree. Pad save. Gaels taking their time. 50 seconds left in the Clarendon power play. Preston and Kent. Kent shoots, shoulder save, made shot, knocks the rebound. Daniel Rucko Norton at the house. He's got it. And he'll dump it off and go to the bench for a change. Owen Rice back for Saganova to the Giannis. Remaining here, 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to be exact. 5 on the shot clock. Struggle right has a look, his shot missed. Came and dive rolls it back in. Shot clock violation, Kahnawake. 2 seconds left in the Gaels power play. And this penalty is over. Marcus Diver water the sin bin, so the Hunters have killed it off. We're back to full strength. Proctor back out. Taylor, and that pass sails away. Picked back up by the Gaels. And a shot, ooh, off of a Kahnawake runner in the back of their helmet. Proctor. Proctor sidesteps, shoots, and he missed. Rebound, Gaels are on it. Tylen Divo hits his man, and that'll be a penalty. That was going to go to the penalty box here. With 2:14 remaining here in the third, the Hunters will have to kill off another power play. And it is a roughing call, 5-minute major on Tyler Divo, so it's time once again for a Hunters penalty kill. This penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So the Hunters will presumably kill this penalty off for the rest of the game, unless the Gaels can score 2. Tylen will have to spend the rest of his time in the box, though. Comes out of front, shot, save, Shognosh, and he's got the rebound. He bounces one. Rivera, or Martin, sorry, pulls it out, and he'll decide to lag a little bit of clock. .15 seconds left in the shot clock. 100 seconds remaining. Here's a long drive by Rivera, not on. Jones trying to pick up the rebound. That's over and back. Gaels pick it up. Proctor. .70 seconds remaining in this one. Gaels still on the power play. 1 minute left to go in the game. There's a shot, save made, a rebound. Norton picks it up. Gaels are on it. Final minute of play here in this one. Proctor scores. Ryan Proctor with the hat trick, and that will make it 12-8. Amelia, there's 50 seconds left in the game, okay? Well, wait 50 seconds. So that'll make it 12-8. It's a power play goal for the Gaels. So the Kahnawake Hunters can't scoop it up. The Gaels got it. 45 seconds remaining in this one. This game is in the refrigerator. The jello is jiggling, the bacon is shaking, and the chicken is marinating, and the Hunters will cook up victory number 6 here on the season. Nugent shoots, that's blocked, a rebound picked up by Taylor. Taylor gets it out, Kent to Proctor, Proctor in, Shot, score! Nugent. And a power play goal for the Gaels with 22.3 seconds left to go. Cuts the lead to 12-9. So Daiba will have to stay in the box. The Gaels have scored 2 off the major, but he'll have to stay in the penalty box for the remainder of the game. 22.3 seconds left. Gaels had the draw. Now Kahnawake with 6 out there. No, they decide to bring it back. Gaels pick it up. 10 seconds to go. Up the ball. And that's it. The Hunters get the win. The Hunters win. Hunters win. Hunters win. Final score of 12-9 here over the Clarington Green Gaels. Saganugwatu Yannis Rice with the hat trick gets your MVP of the game. Great game for Rice. And the Hunters get to 6-2. So by virtue of that win, the Hunters, because they had the tiebreaker over Aurelia, they are in second place in the Eastern Conference standings following this victory here this afternoon over the Clarington Green Gaels. The win vaults the Hunters to 6-2. The Green Gaels dropped to 4-4. And the Nepean coming in here on Thursday night. What a titanic showdown that should be Thursday afternoon. I'm not here for the next 2 games, but we will have coverage for you on K103.7 for the next 2 games. I'll be back next Sunday with the Junior C Hunters game at 7 o'clock against the Kodiaks. Your final score, Kahnawake Hunters 12, Clarington Green Gaels 9, Aduni Brandon Bordo Ujats. Now we'll go for listening to K103.7 on a Key One.